I think I'm going to talk here about blockchain, which probably you don't like it, some of you, about quantum computing, maybe also you don't like it or you don't believe on it. But I think every technology we have nowadays will help us in one way or another to evolve very fast in the next few not just decades, but years, because the world is evolving very, very fast. So when Alex invited me, thank you very much for that, to come here, we thought about my presentation and that I could talk about the project we will be developing together. So in a way, I'm going to talk about things I don't know how are going to be developed, and also I'm going to talk about things in which we have been working in the past that all together will help us to make a project together on the digital economy area. So everything is digital economy. I'm not going to tell you what it is because you know that everything we do nowadays, everything that in our work, in our common life, everything our children do is digital nowadays, and our economy is digital. And when we started to work on this idea, on this project, I thought this is the right project for me, and also at the right time, because I am leading a very specific research group in Spain. Because of the size, we are 200, a little bit more than 250 people working in the research group of the University of Salamanca, and in a technological center we opened 5 years ago, and we are focused on AI. I've been working on AI for a long time, since I did my PhD, and I can tell you that actually I am involved in other things than AI, because I was a little bit bored of it in the past, and because someone advised me to move to a different field also. When I was doing my PhD, I got a grant, and I went to Spain to a conference. I did my first PhD in the UK, and I was in Madrid, and someone told me, why have you gone to the UK to do a PhD on artificial intelligence? Nobody is working anymore on artificial intelligence. It's out of date. And for the last 50 years, everybody is talking about networks, expert system, case-based reasoning, multi-agent system, and what. And I thought, oh my God, what I have done. So let's open our scope. And actually, I left the artificial intelligence by the end of the century, as many of probably you did, because we have the chance to make a lot of money just working on databases with the change of the century, just by adding two digits to the dates to make the system that were there working. So actually all our department in the UK, in Glasgow, moved to Buffalo to work there for 1 year, because they pay us a lot of money for that. So at that point, I was thinking, okay, AI, actually I was enjoying doing networks, but I thought, okay, we need to evolve. And with time, I have had the opportunity to create a group in which we are working on artificial intelligence, especially most of us are working on AI, but also I thought, because we are in Salamanca, which is a city in the middle of nowhere, far away from the big industrial areas of Spain, we need to provide the industry something different. So we wanted to develop a team to be able to solve any problem and to deliver a tool, a solution to a company. So that's why we started with a small unit working on IoT for a smart city project, Industry 4.0, and smart grids with different companies. And we have a team that develop our own hardware. We have a partner in China for large project, and another in the north of Spain for a small project. And with that, we have been able to start to work on digital twins with the different cities. Our major smart city project is in Istanbul, and here in Doha, in Musharraf, and Lucille City. We have been working on big data projects for a long time without much success, but now, thanks to generative AI, we are starting to be able to do good things with big data, but most of us has been listening to people talking about big data, but to be honest, I haven't seen any big data project really that is able to work with unstructured data very well. But now, generative AI has opened us a lot of doors. But also, not just because we have this, but because we have very good tools for creating data lakes or data spaces and share information without having to pay Google or Amazon or Microsoft to put our data on the cloud. We can have each of us our data in our hospitals, and with federated learning and using this concept of data space or data lake, we can share and use the data we need whenever we want. Also, security is an issue. We have a cybersecurity team on our group, also a fintech team, and a bioinformatics, neuroscience, and a little bit of smart textile, because we have a few companies working with us on that sector, and finally a blockchain team. Well, saying that, edge computing is something that has helped us to develop hardware, especially for the energy industry around here in the Gulf area, but also in Spain, and that help us to reduce the latency, to improve the security of everything we do. And this is very important for the digital economy, because we want to be safe. We want to be at the safe place of what we do. Regulation is very important, but we need to be careful, and we are lucky to have here our General Secretary for Innovation and AI, which we really appreciate that she's here listening to us, which is very important to us. Also for promoting this project, which is also very important to us because it will allow many people in Spain, a strong research group like we have here, also mine, which is not that strong, but we try our best to be here with leaders in this field, which is also very important because we like to be with the best to learn from them. But the sandbox is important, and our General Secretariat, Karma, is working on that and leading that project in Europe. But we need to take into consideration one thing. The Americans are making a lot of money with generative AI and with AI. Chinese, we don't know, but I'm sure they are making money. Europe need a sandbox and a regulation as soon as possible. I know, and she told us that she's working on it, because we need to make money and we need to be like you in this country at the forefront of this, because this technology is going, I believe, to change the world. Our efficiency, since we started to use things like Copilot, now Copilot X, but before the initial version of it, Copilot GitHub, our productivity has grown in a few months 30% on average on our programming team, and now with Copilot X, it will be improving much more, and you can test it. If you have programmers in your team, you will see how the effectivity and the speed for the development of the software is going to be increasing the next year in an amazing way. So it's important to know all of this because, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes with some samples, how, for example, using the federated learning technology and the federated learning concept is going to help us to overtake some of the security and privacy issues that we are concerned about it. And hopefully with the sandbox we have, we will be able to progress much further. And also for traceability of the data, I think the blockchain and also in the field of the art especially, and in others, is something very important that will change, that is changing what we do, and especially the digital economy. So saying that, I'm not going to get into details about what is the blockchain and the DLT technology, but basically, for example, we are all familiar with the concept of blocks, the consensus algorithm, the smart contract, and all of that, I think should be seen like in the center, for us, is very important, in the center of this digital economy, because we want to guarantee and we want to create trust on what we do to the people that rely on us to treat their data and to solve the solution, and also for our security, because we want to prove how our systems are trained, the data we use, and the performance of our system. In that sense, I'll give you an example of something we have done. We have created a product which is a token machine, basically. We can generate tokens, we have an exchange, and we say, okay, we can put, create an NFT, associate a token, a digital contract to everything, to put it to the market. We have been selling movies, videos from others, and this type of things. Now, we have finally a large project with a hotel chain, which you may know. I don't think you can see here, which is Best Western, which is using our technology to sell their hotel rooms, to democratize the hotel business in a way. So they are putting into the market 80,000 hotel rooms for a very good price. So anyone can buy it and then sell them to anyone when the prices rise, when the summertime arrives to, in this case, to Ecuador, which is the first country using our technology. So this is the first step, and we have many others. Hopefully soon you will have this technology here in Dubai and in Spain and in other countries where our partners are trying to commercialize this type of product. This is a way, as I mentioned, there are many ways to sell hotel rooms, but this is another one, is to do it safe. And we can be worried about cybersecurity issues, especially when quantum computing become a reality. A reality which is coming, I believe, soon. To be honest with you, if you asked me about it 3 or 4 months ago, I told you I don't believe on quantum computing. We have a little team working, a strong team working on cybersecurity, but a small team working on post-quantum cybersecurity, and I always look at their work and say, okay, keep on going just in case. But now, after what I have seen with generative AI, I really believe that when we have the annealing quantum computing working a little bit better, or the traditional IBM quantum computing working as they are now, but a little bit better, things are going to change, and I believe also it's going to change sooner than later. And probably we will not know, because we don't know what in many countries are doing with quantum computing. We know what are doing some companies, but we don't know what are doing everyone. Even ourselves are going to start a project to develop our own hardware, and getting some product from D-Wave to do quantum annealing at our lab. So basically, I believe the relationship between generative AI, blockchain, and applied to digital economy is going to change our world very fast. We are running, the world is changing, we all know that. We are going fast, but now we are going into a acceleration process that will I don't know how it's going to stop, but since I become a member of the board of ADIA for generative AI, what I have seen is that there is a race of countries and big companies willing to get their computers, their hardware, to create products like ChatGPT or BERT, or even what the Chinese have done with the Academy of Science and Alibaba and the Tsinghua University, when Gudao, which is an amazing product they have for example, for medical diagnosis, where this technology can be used, and it's I don't know, but I don't know any doctor in China who is not using it now. If they can in the public public healthcare system. So this technology will help someone to go very fast, but if we don't adopt it, we are not within and we are not getting there, it may be too late if we are trying to get involved on it in the next year or so on. So one important thing, and I think it's been said today, to be honest with you, I haven't heard anyone saying generative AI in this conference. I have seen it on the screen. Many people talk about large language models, about ChatGPT, but I don't know why. You have to explain me why I never said generative AI. Some people are talking now about interactive AI, but the amazing thing of this technology, and I'm not going to get into details, is that we can create amazing latency space without a lot of work with the network we are running now, with the transformers, autoencoders, especially with the multimodal learning, which allow us to use data of different types, images, with text, with sound, whatever you want. With all that information, we can create a latency space that with unstructured data, with text, for example, that allow us to allocate in the network concepts that have relationship among each other. So when we use, many people use ChatGPT and say it's not accurate, or BERT, or whatever, or JAMA, Perplexity, for example, you use it, say, okay, it's not accurate, doesn't mean the right answer. It doesn't matter, it's normal, because what you have there is a system that is able to relate concept. Each concept, basically, is just a little vector with the slope of the concept, the representation of the concept, and the cut of the coordinate x. So basically, we have a representation of the world there. All the concepts are similar, but then, as today Professor Penland said, these big, large models are in other people's computers, in Microsoft or Google, whatever. But now we have the opportunity to use, for example, JAMA 2 or JAMA Code soon, download it, and do a training process using fine-tuning or self-learning process to learn, to make the system to learn whatever we want is to learn, so it becomes a specialist on something. So, for example, if you download JAMA 2, you train it, you get a PDF with the American Constitution, you put it to there, you train it in the right way, then you can interrogate it, and the system doesn't fail. So, only 5 minutes, oh my God. So the point is, it's important for you to know that now, and this has happened in the last few months, we have the opportunity to train. Also, if we use NEMO, for example, with NVIDIA, which is approved by NVIDIA, with NVIDIA computer, and you, like me, you can become member of the NVIDIA board for generative AI. They will allow you to use their huge machine and for a few minutes when they have time, and then we train our own models, and we are able to create this latency space and then retrain it for our own purpose. So we need to pay attention to this technology. So I'm going to skip this process. So basically, this from McKinsey, this is information from McKinsey. Some of the areas, well, McKinsey every week has a new report about generative AI and the impact on the economy, because they believe it is there, and we believe it is there. To be honest, the productivity of my team has increased a lot, but also the amount of projects we have for next year is going to multiply by 3 the ones we have this year, because the interest of the companies on this type of product, art and design, life sciences, digital economy, of course, the supply chain. We are working with the King's Fire University of Petrol and Mineral in a very large project for NEOM. NEOM is building is building, is designing. Let's see if they build the line finally or not for the supply chain of the construction of this large city. For example, for the tokenization, it's important if we use some process related to tokenization. With generative AI, we can speed up our processes. You see, this is important, and going to go very, very fast. 1770, first industrial revolution, 1 century after second industrial revolution. 1971, third industrial revolution. Important, it was in 1971 because it was the revolution is not was because it was the year I was born, but also it was the year that the United Arab Emirates was created, I believe, isn't it? And also it was the year in which the first microprocessor came to the market, which is important. This changed a lot of things. And then we have the fourth industrial revolution, 45 years later in 2006, approx. And now we are involved into the real revolution. This is the fifth industrial revolution, which is going to change everything. And it's going to change everything because of the generative AI is going to change our life and allow us to change our AI, as we have seen before in the previous presentation, in collaboration with other technologies to improve the system and the technology and the quality of the results we can get. Nowadays, we have studied around 300 papers in the last couple of months to analyze already what people do, and there is a lot of people working on tokenization, blockchain, DLT, and generative AI, and apply to digital economy problems. So it's going to be there. We have identified the relationship of all of this and the type of interaction we have from automation and content generation, data modelization, decentralization of the and transparency. So here you have some pictures we have created with one of our the models, the generative AI model we are working with. As you can see, if I tell you create a model that put together the digital economy, the blockchain, and so on, what do you do? In a few seconds, I won't be able to do anything. But you know, this machine can do a picture like that, which is, I think, is nice. I mean, maybe not as spectacular, but it's a good picture. This is something that is going to be a revolution, not just for the generation of text and solution, but also art or design, and will give us a lot of product because more and more text, what we need is a result, which is text, but also graphic images and so on. Those are other pictures we have created, which I have here to illustrate some of the concepts because we are running out of time. We believe that in all of these areas we can use this product, and especially on the digital economy. Alibaba has created, as I mentioned, with the Tsinghua University, a product based on all the information they have. Alibaba sells products all over the world, and they know how the economy, and they want to market how the economy is going to move, and this is what we want to do. We want to compete with them because they will be able, they have a digital twin based on this technology that will be able to tell how much product we are going to consume, the raw materials to construct all of them, how many ships the world will need in the next five years, but all of it in an evolving economy, evolving world with a lot of uncertainty. And they have plans and they have retrained models that give you different scenarios of the evolution of the economy depending on what happened at the international level between Ukraine and Russia, or all the conflict we have, and how the economy is going to change, because the economy is changing a lot and in an unpredictable way in some way. But the people, the companies, the country who knows all of that information will be able to lead the economy and to control the economy worldwide, and especially in a local ways. If you want, I don't know if any rich person here, but rich people want to be more rich. Sometimes the rich people, what they do to be richer is to destroy the economy. You know how the economy is going to go. It happened in Spain a few years ago. Invest, I don't know how, I don't remember, and not especially on that. And our peseta, the coin we had at that point, were down for a lot. And then what he did was buy a lot of things in Spain. Then he was waiting for the price going up and make a lot of money. If we know with these machines, we can model the economy, global economy or local economy in some places, and to act on it. So we need to be ready for that situation because that will affect us, and we need to be ready to attack all of that. And also, it's important, not just for the digital economy, to give a step ahead, and I'm going just to my last, just 1 minute, to my last slide. I told you I didn't believe in quantum computing, but after what I have seen, I believe someone at some point is going to develop a strong quantum computing system. Also, we have a team of starting working on that. Even we are planning even to build a physical machine, a quantum machine. So why I'm telling you? Because I believe quantum computers will not substitute our traditional computers, but will be a very good complement. And we are studying how. We are doing our first experiment. We are waiting for a machine from D-Wave in Canada to arrive to Salamanca. And basically, they are very good for optimization, especially on the digital economy. They are having very good results. Also, they claim with some banking system, and even in Spain, we have a partner banker who has product developed by D-Wave in Canada. So large economical problem requires a lot of data. So our initial idea, is I'm going to share with you. We haven't implemented it. We are on our way, is to reduce the size using generative AI networks to reduce the size of the digital data we have, so we can put into the annealing quantum computers of the wave, and then again uncompressed data coming from the annealing computers. So we can have a faster processing way than just by using a standard NVIDIA platform. So, but there are other ways to improve it, using, for example, the quantum generative adversarial networks, which we have information about them. Because with all of this technology, I believe as a complement altogether, our economy can be modeled, and we will even be able to understand what it is to come faster. Thank you very much for your time.